Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for today. So let's talk a bit about Intel because Intel did get some positive comments in recent weeks, positive momentum for this stock as well. Can we go higher? Because we are reaching a crucial point. We're going to look at the graph later on in this video. Now, of course, when talking about the semiconductor industry, all the praise, all the momentum has been going at just one company, and that's Nvidia. I mean, even AMD hasn't really joined the party lately. I talked about AMD in the Sunday video. If you missed that, it's going to be in the top right corner. But talking about Intel specifically, I want to show you the past valuation when it comes to PE, EV to EBITDA, price to sales, and price to free cash flow in the last 10 years and currently next 12 months. So what you can see is that, by the way, the blue color is currently next 12 months. So you can clearly see that right now, compared to the mean of the last 10 years, with some metrics here, we are a bit more expensive. But the reason for that is that right now, when the last couple of quarters, of course, Intel free cash flow wise disappeared. Sometimes even EPS was negative. So that's why you see those huge spikes here. But if we look at year to date, yes, we did have at the start of the year a spike when EPS was negative, probably peak pessimism when it comes to Intel. But since then, we've had two drops because, well, the results were better than expected. And in my opinion, things get a bit better from here, especially if we believe the comments that were made by Pat Gelsinger, which he said here, at this point, we say we're above the midpoint of our guide for Q3, so we're feeling good about Q3 as that progresses. Now, he also noted that the company's client business, which houses its PC sales, is healthy and inventory levels have come down to normal levels. Additionally, Intel is improving the market share in the segment. And talking about market share, Intel gained 23% market share in Q2, AMD lost 5.3% according to an analyst. Now remember, there's still a long way to go for Intel to get back to that leadership position, but currently they are showing me that, well, maybe we should be giving them the benefit of the doubt. I said 2023 is going to be crucial. It's a year of show me what you've got if you want me to invest more money into your business, and currently they're doing exactly that. Now, there's even more positive momentum that came out. Basically, it says here, Intel projected to pump out 365,000 Meteor Lake CPUs a month. Now, the company currently is churning out 40,000 a month at the Oregon facility. So quite a big change there. They say here, according to a new report from Japan, the company will be able to crank out about 365,000 CPUs a month, which is reportedly suitable for the laptop market, but not enough for the desktop customer. Now, why is that important? Well, if we take an example from the car making industry, you build out a factory. You spend billions of dollars, you invest billions of dollars to build out that factory. Of course, at first, you will only be able to ship out or produce, let's call 5, 10K vehicles. But the more and more you produce, the better that investment will be, right? The return on investment becomes better and better, the larger that number, the larger that output. And the same will be said here for Intel. Now, of course, there's still a long way to go. The roadmap is long. But we've got even more good news when it comes to the roadmap, because they said, now we received a large customer prepay for the 18A capacity. So now customers are getting confident enough that they're putting dollars on our balance sheet to accelerate our 18A capacity. And this is with regards to their Foundry business, which in my opinion will be a make or break type of scenario. If it does work out, then the thesis becomes better and better. If it doesn't work out, well, the investment becomes less attractive. Now, to show you why a Foundry business is so attractive, well, we just have to look to the biggest one out there, TSMC. If you look at TSMC wafer revenue by technology, 53%, right? Q2 2023, 53% came from the 5 and the 7 nanometers, which means 47% is still coming from the older ones, which you can say here again, you invest billions and billions to invest and build out these state-of-the-art facilities. You're not building and spending so much to build one chip and that's about it, and then you have to invest more and more. No, look at this list here. 53% for the new ones, 5 and 7 nanometers. 47% of revenue still comes from the older investments. That's great cash flow. This is why making sure that the Foundry business works, making sure that the Foundry business delivers is extremely crucial. Now, back in January, we already got some positive news there. Of course, this was before that the Tower acquisition was cancelled, but it doesn't really change that much. Changed a little bit, but not that much. So back in January, Intel Foundry Services to produce 3 nanometer chips for major data center customer. That was the headline. So back then, the CEO said, "I'm very happy that we're able to add a leading cloud, edge, and data center solution provider as a leading edge customer for Intel 3. Including prior customers such as MediaTek, we now have a lifetime deal value of greater than $4 billion for IFS. And if you're still not convinced about the Foundry business, well, the market size in 2023 is at $143.12 billion. By 2028, that number will be $203.94 billion, so that's a CAGR of 7.34%. And of course, it is highly profitable over a long period of time. And so with all that positive news, suddenly the stock gets a little bit of a bump. Still, there's lots of analysts, lots of investors that are sitting on the sidelines, still waiting to see, can they still deliver quarter after quarter? Can we see improvements in profitability? Right now, in the last 2 quarters, we've seen things improve. With the comments we got right now, I think next quarter we'll be pleased as well. And then it's the same thing over and over again. What is the guidance going to be? Can they beat it? Etc., etc. Now, when it comes to the AI battle data centers, we've got one interesting headline here. So Intel Habana Gaudi beats NVIDIA's H100 in visual language AI models. So here you can see the results. Gaudi 2 HPU, H100 GPU, and A180GB GPU. So the results are pretty clear. The best case performance scenario for Gaudi 2 is the first one, where data is loaded alongside the main training process, with Gaudi 2 besting even NVIDIA's H100s by 1.79 times and the A100s by 2.23 times. But this is a non-optimized scenario, as Habana itself admitted. Now, perhaps most revealing results come from the third data point, where 2 additional processes were spawned to handle data loading outside of the main fine-tuning process. There, you can see NVIDIA's products certainly have to squint to catch Gaudi's 2 dust cloud as it runs into the distance. Gaudi 2 delivered the improved 1.3 times performance against NVIDIA's cream-of-the-crop H100s and a 2.23 times performance improvements against the A180GB. Of course, here there's still a long way to go until someone can claim that crown from NVIDIA. Right now, they're still the AI and data center king. But like I said, I think over time we're going to see more and more products that are extremely appealing to the majority of the customers, and maybe even at a better price. So although NVIDIA can still be number 1 and will still have the majority of market share, I think that market share will decrease over time. And so lastly here, the graph here, you can visually see it, right? On the weekly chart, big green candle here. But what you can also see is that we've been here before, twice already. So if we fail to go even higher, this is going to be a triple top. Volume has been going a bit down. RSI is going a bit up to being oversold, but I think we're still way from being oversold. MACD is bullish right now. I mean, a triple top is not always nice to see, but if we can break that with another big green candle, I think we can start some positive momentum. Of course, on Monday, Labor Day, markets are closed. That will be it for this video. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below with regards to Intel. Have you been adding, selling? Do you believe the success story here? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.